This is a plugin I use for aligning logos. Most sites I build now, there's some kind of section where we either need a bunch of images aligned for like a thumbnail gallery, or mostly it's a sponsor section. So I call this image grid. It doesn't have to be logos, could be photos also, and we usually get logos in all different sizes and formats. So I intentionally chose a bunch of different images that have different ratios. This one's wider, this one's almost square, this one's a little more vertical than it is horizontal. And then what the plugin does, it's wrapping the images with some HTML, and then there's a bunch of CSS that keeps everything aligned properly. So this is like a hidden page in my site. I can test out my different grids. So basically grid 3, that stands for three columns, and this directly relates to the class that I would actually put on the control. So grid 4 would be one of my classes. So if I go to, this is a page in my site, got a sponsor section here, and I know by looking at it, this has the grid 3 class on it. So let me look at that. Check out our sponsors. Here's the grid 3. I have some other classes on it, and actually the one you also need is CG image grid. It stands for Content Garden Image Grid. That's what it initializes the plugin. And other than that, everything is just images in here. You don't need to go into the HTML. Don't even look at it. If you need to link something, you can link it like you normally would in the WYSIWYG. And you can have multiple sections. So I'm going to keep that one sponsors. Let's say I have 2 sections of sponsors, and this was my silver sponsors, and I'm going to put this into grid 4 because maybe I only have 4 logos. Okay, got 3 right here. I'm going to add one, and actually kind of a handy tip. I don't know if this is a best practice, but let's say I have a new logo I need. I just ran a Google image search for Review My Community. Shout out to Ben from, or actually Ben from 100 Reviews is what I was looking for, and I see his logo here. Now I'm going to save some time. Copy image location. I'm kind of cheating here. I don't want to, maybe Ben sent me a PDF with like 10 different logos, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to insert a new image. I'm going to put it right there. It's actually pretty big. If I want to optimize this, I'd probably scale it down in Photoshop or my image editor and then save it out. But I'm just kind of harvesting his image, and if he ever deletes this image, it's going to disappear on my site as well. And then I can link it to a URL if I need it. And I put my grid 4, so I should have 4, or should have a total of 4 logos in 2 columns in that section. Oh, okay, actually, sorry, I meant to put that, this column is a little small, so the grid 4 makes the logos probably a little too small. So I meant to do grid 2. This should even out their sizes a little bit better. So the number relates to the columns. Okay, so these are my silver sponsors. And that's how I get the logos in there. I think most of these logos I just kind of harvested. So if you have like a page of like 20 logos, it might be quicker to just kind of harvest the ones you know that are already online. If you have to get this page up in a hurry, it can save a lot of time. And then the image grid plugin will save a lot of time because it can be nearly impossible to align your images in the WYSIWYG editor without a lot of HTML and CSS. So this plugin kind of was built to save time when you're dealing with grids of images.